Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to talk about debounce, how it works, what it is, and how we can use that in our React application. So, to understand React and to understand debounce, we need to understand its code definition. So, debounce is a kind of a higher order function. It delays the function execution until a specified period of inactivity which has passed since the last event. So what do we mean by that? So here we can see on the screen there's a blue bar and there's a red rectangle. We can take this blue bar as a timeline and a red rectangle as a function that we want to execute. Now there's a black line over here. This represents an event. So we can say an event occurred and it delays this function execution for 1 second, and this blue line is nothing but the delay measurement, or we can say a time gap from the event until the function execution. Now, to understand how the debounce work here, we can say there happens another event, and as soon as that event happened, we change the timeline. How? We just move the timeline from that event onward to another 1 second and then execute this function. This is exactly how the debounce work. It delays from the event, from the last event that has happened, and after that certain period of inactivity, the functions start working.
So let's test this feature in a JavaScript function. So we can have a function of debounce which can take two parameters. One is function, another is the delay time, and this function will return another function. And here we are going to take a let variable which is the timer ID, and this timer ID, this is the important part where we are first going to clear the timeout of the timer ID, and then we are going to use the setTimeout method, within which we are going to call the function that we have passed by doing function.apply, and we are going to pass the delay which we have received in the function parameter. And here for the function we can just pass the argument if we are passing it while calling the function. Now this is a whole debounce function structure in JavaScript, and how we are going to call it is by setting it return of the debounce function that we are calling, and this debounce function will take one callback function and a delay. However, there is one small mistake. We need to pass this set timeout inside the timer ID. So the timer ID will take the set timeout return, and it will get cleared out when the function is called first time. And here in the function.apply, we are going to pass anything that is being passed here, and we are going to pass the argument whichever being passed at the time when the function is being called. And here we can put a console log. Wait, let's just put a simple console log with hello, right? And let's just start calling it. Let's call it 4 times, and we can put some console log here to check the start and the end, and also in between we can put some console log to put some checkpoint. Check 1, so we can name them as check 1, check 2, and check 3. Perfect. Now let us run the code and check what it prints. Great. So now we can see it has started, then it has went to check 1, check 2, check 3, and then end, and then it printed hello. So what happened over here? So let's see. It started calling the debounce function. Before calling the debounce function, we have the synchronous console log, so it gave the start. Then it called the process change debounce function, and when it called, at that time it first set the timer id variable as a let statement, and then it returned a function. The function gathered any argument passed during the uh, calling of that function, and then it cleared the timeout. It first cleared the timer id timeout, and this timer, and then it is setting the timer id with the set timeout function. And what this set timeout is doing, it is calling a callback function after a certain delay, and the delay is being passed to the debounce function at the time of uh, function uh, function call, which we can see over here is 1000. So it delayed for 1 second, so it waited for 1 second, and within that 1 second again this function is getting called process change. So what is going to happen, it is going to call this debounce again, and it's going to clear the timeout first. So whatever, if say within the 1 second we call this function within fraction of 1 second, like say like 0.5 second or 0.3 second, that very moment it's first going to clear it out, clear the timeout value, and then it is again going to set a timeout of 1 second which were passed initially, and it is going to call the function after 1 second. And then this went on uh, for check 2, and again it went on for check 3, and finally the last one came, for which we see the, and then for which we see the hello came, but the hello came after end, because the end is a synchronous function, synchronous call, so end went ahead first and the end message came first, and then as this is a callback function, the last remaining callback function applied, the last remaining callback function applied after 1 second, and it printed the value hello. So this is how in JavaScript we can implement and see how the debounce work. So let's now see how we can implement this in our React application.
We will check that in our next video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you around.